What's going on, Kwangi douches? So I'm gonna do a response to the Witch's Coven that they put out. Uh, that tasted like coffee. I just like coffee. Coffee, like, would get you up. Coffee with cream and no sugar. All right, the Witch's Coven did an article. I just saw it about an hour ago about because I'm trying to study about the deep state and how the article, the MS, like the legacy media is now trying to talk about how the deep state is cool and whatnot, and how Trump is trying to fire them and all that bullshit if he gets reelected. Look, that would be a good thing. I have to say allegedly and all that bullshit because I just don't want to like. This is technically supposed to be like a pseudo anonymous account, and not because I'm shy, because Biden, because there's a deep state, is why basically. Okay. So, in 2014, one of the things that put me on the radar was I was trying to expose Operation Sentry Osprey, Sentry Hawk, Sentry Eagle, all these weird things where the CIA basically poses as everything from prostitutes to workers in corporations to basically wiretap everything and spy on everyone, allegedly, and all that bullshit, okay? I was surprised to find out that someone in my class and one of my teachers at the community college were involved in that, and they were really pissed off when using Lazy Cali. I allegedly created a bunch of rogue access points, telling everyone like step by like instead like you know how like the name could be like so many characters. I created like 10 rogue access points, and I named them like NSA Sentry Hawk is a bunch of spies in the CIA hacking everything and all the businesses, blah 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 blah. But like allegedly, and then I forced everyone's traffic through those, and everyone like I remember just that the teacher who was a CISP ran out of the room and like for like 15 minutes he was like doing shit and he would try to like unhack him. He would try to like hack me back and I was like, nope, because you're doing shit manually and I'm doing shit with scripts, so it's not gonna. I for every time you do a 5 minute thingy, I can just push a button and. Anyways, eventually they just shut everything down. That's probably one of the reasons why they were like, look, we'll just let you transfer whatever the fuck you want the fuck out of here, and we'll give you like A's and B's, and we promise. And I was like, make it B's and C's so it's more believable, and you got yourself a deal, allegedly. But anyways, so the counter to that is not anything. There really is a counter to that Trump allegedly started. Not allegedly. It's if you want to be a contractor, allegedly, you just have to be a citizen and have a certification to work in cyber. That's why I tell everyone to get into cyber and make like six figures for just being an American who likes their country. You should love it, but at least if you like it, they'll give you the job and whatnot. Okay? The deep state is the people who are the reason why Trump allegedly, and this is what I was talking about, like why they have to have a corporate army now, not a actual army, and all that bullshit, is because the deep state wants losers and posers in government positions that cannot be fired. It's the extra donut. I only ate half the donut. I still have half the donut. See? Oh, I still have half a donut, friend two is, but I have like, I think I ate too much. Uh, anyways, so I will just allegedly refer to back when I was at the House of Representatives. Okay? I don't, I do not like I hate everyone. I want to like, oh, I hate people. But Anti-Nowhere League, that's like basically people used to tell me that's like my theme song, right? Oh, I hate people. I kind of do. But anyways, so you have to understand that because I hate people, if I get a job, it's basically based on my technical aptitude. So when they reached out to me and basically offered me a position on at the lowest possible that they could pay me, by the way, to work for Congress allegedly as a consultant, because look, allegedly, X-22 is basically telling everyone this bullshit, but as far like, and I'm not Q, I'm not, there's no such thing as Q. If you allegedly, if you have a certain level clear ranking in one agency, at a different agency, they would just call that a Q. Okay, that's all it really is. Okay, and a non is just someone who's a hacker and isn't retarded, so they don't use their full name on social media. That's what an anon is, okay? So QAnon is supposed to be people in positions telling you the truth, and they got hijacked, like it always does, by a bunch of retards looking for attention on social media, an app made for teens by the CIA through In-Q-Tel, allegedly. Anyways. So, the counter to the deep state is just citizens doing the bare minimum for their civic duties, okay? So, the reason why the deep state exists is because at the top, at the tippy top, they have a bunch of people who are literally are pedos and do weird things like satanic sex circle thingamajiggies, because that's what Aleister Crowley created. And he was just bringing back the old, like, Babylonian weird rituals that they did for, like, cult magic. Like, the cult of Dionysus or whatever it was in Rome would be a continuation of that Babylonian weird shit. And then like the weird shit that like Jack the Ripper was in, because he was supposedly like a member of the royal court who was doing some weird rituals. There's always some weird shit going on that's passed on in some weird cult form. In America, it took form of Aleister Crowley's weird shit that has plagued Hollywood, okay? And they call DC Hollywood for ugly people. Anyways, so they reached out to me to basically allegedly be a consultant to go over all the people who were hired on years ago and have never left. Okay, listen to the thing. In cybersecurity, the reason why I allegedly go from job to job to job is because that's like a 5% pay raise every new job. You will never be seen by your current job as whatever, like, if you get a degree and a cert at your current job, they won't really give a shit. They'll see you as when they hired you as. So if you get a degree and a cert, it's to your benefit to like get a job somewhere else because they'll want to pay you more, right? Anyways, so why then would these people never leave their job? Because they're unqualified for that job. They hate America because they're brainwashed into doing like socialist bullshit, and they're probably taking bribes. Why else would they be in that job, right? So basically the way it works out is at the tippy top they have those weird satanic cult thingies, and they just push the woke agenda. And if you're dumb and you don't think for yourself, look, how easy is it to be a good person by just leaking information and making the nation more susceptible to attack because you want to believe that socialism is good? We just haven't tried it out enough times yet. Than it is for you to actually like go to the gym and take care of your body and like read a book and think to yourself, well, this obviously does not make sense, so I will just do the centrist thing and protect the borders. No, that would be too hard. You want to eat slop all day long and just be like, oh well, yeah, we should have more socialists. I've been at this job for 12 years and I'm still underpaid because they're taking bribes, right? So an example of the deep state would be when they hired a consultant to overlook. Congress got hired. A new Congress came in that was 51% pro-America. I'm not even saying Republican. because there's a lot of rhinos, but it was 51% pro-America. Okay? The first thing they did was start an initiative where they hired a bunch of independent consultants to audit the government. I keep telling everyone, if you really don't trust your government, you want to audit your government, okay? And then allegedly, a really nice, kind Indian lady who moved here from India. Look, I'm not BFing at all, okay? You want to look into her, she's cool as shit, all right? And I'm pretty sure that Tiffany probably already found who her daughter is who got this signature thing I gave her to verify all this bullshit. A little bit, I think your mom was, she kept like asking me too many questions personally because I think she was trying to show that she cared and whatnot. And then I would tell her and she was like, whoa, well, professionally, I don't think I should get involved. I was like, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't want to tell you anything. But anyways, because it's just complicated. And people don't believe me when I say me and my parents have an odd relationship, but we just do. Anyways, like they had to verify that. I'm telling you, they didn't believe me because the Witches Coven did that other article where they were like, well, I don't know if I should get, I'm an introvert, and my boyfriend's family is an extrovert, and I don't know how we would get along. I don't like to get along with my family either. You want to know how we can get along with my family? Email them, text them, video calls every now and then. That I don't get along with them either. I don't know what else to tell you, okay? Anyways. But back to the one about the deep state. So, like, look, we are accepting the world's worst and rejecting the world's best. This is an example, okay? The lady who hired me at the Congress bullshit, allegedly, all right? She immigrated here legally from India. And when she was younger, she was part of India's nuclear program. Like, India now has space and all that bullshit because part of what she did. She came to America. They were like, holy shit, your resume is awesome. The people in America don't have a resume like this. You're hired. Right? She became a citizen naturally, right? Started a family, all that good shit, right? She's trying to do her job, and it's like, how come Congress computer networks are like 5-10 years behind what they should be? So she hired a consultant who really didn't even want to be there. Okay, he just wanted to do remote as possible, but Congress was trying to like make everyone come in and like talk to people and shake everyone's hands and take the pictures and be like, oh, I'll put my name on that. And I don't fucking give a shit about any of that bullshit. Okay, on day one, I could tell what the problem was. On day one, the problem was the deep state. Okay, allegedly, I was tripping mushrooms because it's legal or decriminalized in DC, allegedly, and even tripping on mushrooms, allegedly, you could tell the deep state is the problem. Okay? The problem is you have these people who will not leave. If they were in a job for the job, they would leave to get another job for more money. They're not in it for the job, they're in it for the bribes. Okay? The deep state is in it for the bribes. They're in it for the money, not the science. Right? They're not Bill Paxton. They're not in it for the science. Yeah, AVGN. I'm still a fan, and I'm just busy as shit. I reached out to AVGN in like 2014 when I was in between jobs and was like, you inspired me to go to cyber. I was also probably tripping mushrooms, but AVGN is cool as shit. Whatever. Anyways, with one of the people, I was like, wow, they're following their dreams. I'm going to follow my dreams. But I was like totally Silk Roaded out 100%. But anyways, so, allegedly. Anyways, so I just want to reiterate. Okay, if you are a nuclear scientist from India, you have to wait 10 years and pay a bunch of fines and go through a bunch of medical checks to become a citizen. But if you're an illegal immigrant and you want and you want to like run amok, come on over. Biden will fly you in on first class. Just want to point that out again, okay? Anyways. Oh, and like when I say woke bullshit is socialism, every form of religion at the higher ups, when they start like brainwashing you, they have a form of socialism. In the Mormons, they call it the law of consecration, because trickle down the crazy, they're trying to brainwash you into being controllable, into hating the country. That's why in the Mormon movie, which now I see how they're like telling everyone that at the tip top they're all cannibals allegedly and all that bullshit. I'll eat the monkey if you tell my secrets. I'm gonna bathe in the blood in the anti-temple. No, our plan to overthrow the government didn't work, and God is angry. The people finally wake up, is angry. What do we do? The thing that I was worshiping is the thing that killed me. Like the Tates. Anyways. This is taking way too long. Alright? What did I find? Basically on day one, allegedly tripping on mushrooms, I could tell the problem was the deep state people who will never leave their job because they're there to take bribes. Look, it's called COTS for a reason, commercial off the shelf. If you buy it that way and plug it in, you should have a minimum level of security. These people were buying that, allegedly, were buying these things, making them less secure, signing off on it, and making sure anyone who tried to secure it wasn't there for, more than 3 months. So she was like, listen, if you can do a year, that would be fantastic. We did 13 months. I went the extra mile, okay? We did 13 months, okay? In those 13 months, I literally just audited the systems, applied the architectural licenses, updated them, and synced them all with an automated playbook. That's called change management. Allegedly now, the congressional systems, unless they were signed off on, so they would have to make them go back to where they're bullshit. They would have to Congress would have to vote that they want their systems to be less secure. So I basically automated their security. That way they can't fuck with it again. Then I left because I didn't want to be there. I didn't like all those assholes, except for 2 or 3 of them. Basically the ones who were from India or shit like that, who wanted to actually do their job. Because, dude, the best Chipmunks movie ever, the Chipmunks Around the World, that was the Bangladeshians, whatever they were. An Indian couple came to America and drew an anime about the chipmunks. Indians love America. It's bullshit that Indians love America more than the Americans. It's fucking bullshit. Anyways. That's an example of the deep state. It's gone way too long. That's an example of the deep state. The deep state is the people who are allowing the pervos to run the country because they're taking bribes and they're doing shit like me. And this is the thing. Because they cannot be fired because they're in the deep state, allegedly, they feel like that is their network. This is my office. You can't tell me what to do. I didn't even say this is my job to do all this bullshit. I said I've been hired as a consultant to make sure that the American people's networks are secure. I don't give a shit what you tell me. I've been hired to make sure that their networks are secure. The fact you're giving me pushback lets me know I'm onto something. That's why I automated it. Allegedly, back in September, when I was leaving, I was spazzing out and putting all my automated Splunk bullshit because it's open source for everyone else to use. That's how easy it is. Seriously. Allegedly, I secured Congress tripping on mushrooms. That's how easy it was. Because the deep state is that corrupt. Allegedly. I'm going to go back to studying and get my lift in.